Alright, we're back in the Carquest parking lot replacing an alternator today. We just tested it and it's putting out while running somewhere around 11.8 volts. So that's quite a bit below the 13.5 that it should be putting out. Got a new battery and we're going to get this thing started. First things first, you're going to take your belt off. So it's a 15 millimeter wrench to get this started. You can either do this or give you a little more leverage. You can grab you a bigger wrench and slide in like so to give you more leverage. Alright, the top bolt up here is a 9/16, so go ahead and remove that. Now your bottom bolt down here is also 9/16, but you're going to have to take your fan and find the gap in the blades to give you a little more room to work in. Alright, now on your bottom bolt, it's not going to be able to go all the way forward and out because of the radiator, so just pull it far enough forward the threads don't catch, and go ahead and remove your top alternator pigtail, and then that way you can slide it out and then maneuver the power wires off the bottom of it for transfer. Now your new alternator should come with a new power wire kit. It's highly recommended because these get crusty and they will burn. Ford actually has a TSP that says any work on the alternator, anytime this is unplugged, basically put a new one on just in case, and I'll show you why. Alright, now this big one is your power wires that actually puts power from the alternator to your battery and stuff, and you can see why I say to go ahead and replace it. This wire is pigtail is the one that tells it to turn on, which is your little let me find it here, that wire right there. The green wire with a red stripe should have 12 volts, and what that does is it's called the exciter wire, and what it does is turn on the alternator so it can produce voltage. Sounds weird, but that's how these work. Here's a good quick test to figure out exactly how worn these are. Is take a new one and spin it. Turns 3 times or so. Mine turns, yeah, it's done for. Like I said, it was only doing 11.8 volts when I put the load tester on it a second ago. So, and it's a very simple replacement. So, it costed me about $102 for a new one. Alright, all back together. I did not use the new plug at the time. I just taped everything up and said I'll keep it on hand if I need it. And what you have to do is splice it in here and use heat shrink, and then plug in your your exciter wire and stuff. Now this green wire with the red stripe I was talking about, the 12 volts actually comes from over here off of the other side of the starter solenoid. So once you turn the truck on and this is getting 12 volts here, it sends it over to here, turns the alternator on, and provides you with a way to charge your battery. And that's it. That's as simple as that for replacing the alternator, which is a 2G, by the way. It's 2G alternator, easily distinguishable by the external fan versus the internal fan with the 3Gs from like the 95s and up. Alright, back to a solid 13.5, 14 volts. Very healthy. Before it was down to like 11.8, 11.9 volts, and it just wasn't cutting it. I just about didn't make it to the Carquest here in town. I had to sit here and wait on them for about 30 minutes before they opened up this morning, but she's all back together again.